Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of Around the World 2.0. The goal of this park is to be the most insane and detailed park in Theme Park Tycoon 2 history. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this first area will be a Japan type theme. So I'll start by adding in some rocks, these primitives, and I'll paint them all rock. And I'll add some bushes in between them to make it look a bit more mossy or old or something. And I'll also put these preset rocks in because they just add more detail. And I'll group it and copy it down, and I'll add some grass on where the bushes are. And I'll make another type of terrain over here that's more at an angle. So I'll put it like this, and I'll add some smaller rocks. So now I'll group it and just add it in. And over here, I'm gonna have a bridge. So I'll start with some wood here, and I'll space them like this. And I'll finish off the bridge right around here. Alright, and now that the wood part is done, I'm going to add in the little beams. So I'll start right here with the base, and I'll make it red. And I'll add some details on top that will be made out of gold. Or maybe silver. Yeah, and I'll just copy it over to this side. And on the lower ones. Alright, and now I'll connect all the beams like this. And I'll copy it down, and now I'll add a little detail going down like this. And I'll add these smaller details in between each one. And I'll copy over the bridge to this side. I'll adjust the lengths of each individual wood part, just to make it look a bit older or messier. Alright, now that the bridge is done, I'm gonna work on the rest of the scenery. So I'll take the same rocks, and I'll raise them up. Now that it's raised, I'm gonna add some bushes in. Alright, and now I'll add it in. And since both sides are done, I'm gonna work on the supports that will connect to it. So I'll grab this red piece, and I'll extend it out like this, and then I'll put another skinnier one, and I'll use these cylinders to make some bolts. Alright, now I'll just copy to the other side. Alright, now I'm gonna work on the little city area that's gonna go over here. So this is where the first building's gonna be. So I'm gonna start with some stairs here, and I'm gonna try and do something new with the rocks, maybe, and try and do it with spheres, and I'll copy in the rocks around the base. Alright, and now that the base is done, I'm gonna get work on the main building. So it's gonna be out of white concrete. I'm also gonna add some wood trim on the side, and I'll add this wooden design on both sides. Alright, now I'm gonna make a traditional Japanese roof here. So I'm gonna start with some beams going up like this, and I'll add the planks going down that will get larger. And I'll paint this slope wood, and I'll copy it to all of the sides. And now I'll just add the second story roof in, and now I'll make a curved roof trim out of these cylinders. And on the second floor, I'll just have windows. And to finish off the building, I'm gonna add some little details in the rocks and just add some details all around. And it is done. I added some vegetation, some lamps. I also added some rocks and stuff, but sadly I cannot do an interior because there's too many items here. So I will now just be moving on to this building. So I'll start here with a base, and I'll use mud because I've never used it before, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then I'll add a large middle part out of wood, and I'll add these beams on every corner, and I'll add some gold outlining around some areas for some detail. And I'll make some windows here, and I'll group it, and I'll copy it to every single, oh my god. And I'll make a large black door here. I'll also add an outline of green under everything. Now I'll take the same roof, I'll place it over here, and I'll paint the roof all black. Over here, I'm just gonna place the roof in. Ooh, that looks good. And now I'll add the second layer to the house. And I'll do the same type of design I did on the first floor, and I'll also copy the same window on all 4 sides. And I'll add a fence up here. And hopefully this works. No. Well, I'll just slightly adjust it to fit, and boom! Now I'm just gonna add some lanterns and greenery and stuff, but that's pretty boring, so boom! It's done. I finished up with lamps. Why is there 2? Okay. Alright, and now that these 2 buildings are done, I'm gonna add one large building here with a large door leading over to this section, which will be a log ride. But anyways, I'm gonna get started. So I'll make it off to the side because I'm gonna make 2 of them, and I'll make it smaller than this area because I need space for the roof. It's gonna be white, and I'll do the same red trim. I'm making this big open area because I'm gonna have some green windows, because I also want the roof to be green, but I don't know if that's gonna look good. Let's see. Alright, that kinda looks good. Maybe a bit brighter, maybe. And I'll keep the windows simple by just adding in all these lines. Now I'm gonna grab the roof from earlier. Hopefully it connects. Ooh. Yeah, that's nice. Now to finish off this building, I'm gonna add these red pillars, and in between them, I'm gonna try and make a fence. And I'll make a rope fence just like this. And I'll have these red outlines, or whatever it's called, around it. And now I'll copy all of the poles and just put them on the other side. Ooh, that looks nice. All right, and now I'll just copy the 2 buildings in. All right, and right here is gonna be the big building that will lead to this area. And I'll start crafting up this first floor. I'll add in a large beam here for support and do the same colors as the other building, or maybe black. Yeah, and I'll add a smaller design for the base here. And I'll also use the beams to make a doorway that will lead down that way. And now I'll just, boom, copy it. And I'll add a little design in each of the squares, or that looks like a face. Maybe I'll get rid of this. Well, now it just looks like, okay, that looks like a screaming face. Okay, that's less like a face. And now I'm gonna get started on the second floor. And I think I can take the same roof and just size it up. Ooh, yeah. All right, now over here, I'm gonna have a fence. And I'll add these 3 lines. Oh, I hate my freaking life, dude. And I'll add this pyramid. I'll go on top. Now I'll copy each of these designs. I'm gonna have one center one, so it's easier for me to space them out. Like this and like this. Now I'll add in these smaller ones in between each one. And I think I'll make them the lighter wood. Yeah. So I'll group it, connect it to the middle part, copy it to the opposite side. It should fit. Yes. Oh my god. Look at that. Now I'll just finish off the top floor with some simple trimming. And I'll do the same trim on the bottom and top, just like this. Alright, and that's it for this building. And I think in between these buildings, I think this might be the greatest idea I've ever had. Oh, or the worst one. I'll place the rocks. And, I don't know. I think I'll keep it for now. And now over here, I'm gonna have a Japanese like Zen garden. So I'll put some grass here. That looks pretty nice. I'll make some circles and I'll add some rocks just around where the water is. And I'll try to smooth out the edges by adding in the rocks partially in the ground. Too many items. Uh-oh, wait, that might actually be bad. And this area over here will be sand. And I'll add some smaller sand dots to smooth the blending between the grass and the sand. I'll make some crystal type things that'll be sticking out of the sand. I'll make a glacier and blue. All right, now I'll take this all and group it. In this area, I'm gonna put down a little bridge. So I'll just space them out and I'll make it a smaller version of the first one. And I'll also make a smaller version of the supports. This looks so cute. And I'll do the same fence design like that. And I'll also add these same little poles. And I'll copy the entire half of the bridge and paste it over. Oh my god, I hate my life. Alright, well I can get rid of these then. Looks a bit naked, but whatever. This is why I hate building small stuff. Okay, I guess I'm getting rid of these balls too. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where he's taking everything off the Krabby Patty.
No buns. That's hip. No patties. Happening. Oh yeah, that's definitely the coolest meal I ever saw.
I made it ugly. Hopefully. Please. Oh my god. I'm gonna do really bad things. Please, oh my god. I'm gonna go insane. Yes! Yes! Finally, it looks so ugly, but I did it. Oh my god, this game is horrible. This is my last video. You know, Around the World 2.0 already canceled. And I'll take the same fence from earlier because you won't even realize it's the same fence. And now I want to have some Japanese trees, but I don't have to make a new one. So I'm gonna save the park, I'm gonna unload it, and now I'm gonna load. Which one was? I think it's this one. Yep, I'm loading in Kosi's spring theme build battle. And I can just take the tree, also just put in my Torii gate, and you know, why not the car? The car can come too. Now if I go back to Around the World, oh my god. Why is it so, oh my god. This entire tree is bigger than the house. Okay, I guess I can't use it. Well, I mean, anyways, if you wanna get cool designs like this, I think Kosi and Tijman made a website for all the workshop items. So I'll link that down below, and hey, I might publish this so you can take my fat tree. Well, I guess that was a waste, and I gotta make my own trees. So I'll take this main tree for reference. I don't know if I'm gonna do wood. I'm gonna try and find something, just because I want it to kind of look like bark. Basalt. Yeah. I'll just add a whole bunch of branches. So I'll just add some little squares, and I'll make the leaves hot pink. Alright, and now the tree's pretty much done, but I'm gonna add some color variants in the leaves. So I'll copy it, but I'll just place a couple of them in to make some smaller, to make some little bushes type things. Alright, and to finish off the city, I'm gonna add some benches with some food and some streetlights here and like trash cans and all that stuff. And actually, I have an idea, and I'll load my RGL build battle. So I'll take this here, and I'll place in all the things. Place it in. Look at that, so nice. And then for the lamp, I'll have it based off this building. So I think the base will be the gray color. And I'll add in the lantern, and I'll add on a curved roof. And the side will be made out of this color. And I'll add this little design that I did on the bridge, just like that. All right, and now I can just add all of this in. And I'll kind of color coordinate it to like the building, because this yellow matches that yellow. All right, and then the last thing to do for this episode is to make a giant sign that says around the world. And now I'll just make a rope, and I'll paint it all fabric. Oh my god. All right, and now I'll make a logo. I'm gonna have this welcome to text. So around will be here. The letter the, bluish color. World, green color. So I'll take this little globe drawing. All right, now I'll just save this. And I'll grab this white concrete, and I'll also do the red outline like I did on the buildings. All right, now I'll add it in. There we go. All right, and that's about it for this episode. Let me know if you enjoyed, and also let me know if you have any suggestions. I will see you next time. See ya.